All praises unto the Most High. We're giving thanks unto thee, Father, for thou art merciful and kind to thy people. We're giving thanks, Father, for thou art truly a righteous and holy Father, or Elohim. We give thanks unto thee, which is in our Savior Christ, Yeshua. Now, Israel, I am here with a lesson today. It was in my spirit to do it earlier on today, but I said, spirit was leading me, just hold on, wait, little, you know what I mean? And it was just building up from this week coming, you know what I mean? And I knew what I wanted to do, but the Most High just sealed it up for me today, right? And I saw some things, and I did my little research and do my small little investigation, and only to see that all I've been saying all along, it is coming in fruition. It is happening. It is right in our face. And everybody seemed to be like, it is okay. Or some people might say, they're doing their thing and I'm doing my thing over here, so it doesn't bother me. Well, it bothers me because I'm not going to be in any form of, you know, association or any form of agreement with anybody that is doing abominable works, right? I am not with it. I am not looking any friends. My friends right now is the Most High and Christ. Those are my friends. And the angels, those are my friends, right? The holy angels, I should say, not the fallen ones, right? Yeah. So when I see these things, I know what time it is, right? And what is happening near Israel is that they are trying to demasculate the Israelite men. Let me repeat, they are trying to demasculate the Israelite men because we represent the Most High. And because we represent the Most High, they are trying to tarnish our name, our image, our people. But they always do find a few that will sell their soul because they are trying to gain the world. What it is to gain the world and lose your soul, right? No, you will find those ones, unfortunately. But also, unfortunately for them, their end will not be very pretty, right? So you might say, what is it that, you know, Soulfire is talking about today? Well, I am speaking on the works of the devil. I am speaking on these devil institutions and companies that are against our people, that are confederate together against the Most High hidden ones. They are here to destroy because their king and their master is the devil, Satan, that old dragon, that serpent, right? And I rebuke him in the name of Christ, Yeshua, right? Because what you know, Israel, these guys are on a serious, serious war. We're in war. I don't know what else to tell my people. We are in warfare. We are in spiritual warfare. And I'm telling you this, who have eyes to see, let them see. Who have ears to hear, let them hear. Right? Because they are trying to come against the Most High's people. Right? And not only even the Most High's people, but even some of the Gentiles, which who look up to the Israelite people, right? And they're also being led away. So it's not just Israelite, but they're mainly targeting us because they know who we are. It's just a, a lot of us that don't know who we are, right? We do not know what we possess. And what we possess is far more valuable than what we're trying to gain in this world, right? So, Israel, I have some information today, man. Man. Uh, because even let's say, people before us were trying to warn us, to show us. Now, even Malcolm X was trying to warn us. Marcus Garvey was trying to warn us, right? And so many others. I can keep going on, right? Now, even though I'm not a Muslim and I don't agree with the Muslim faith, right? But that did not say that Malcolm did not speak truth, because truth is truth, regardless who it's coming from, right? And we are going to it. We are Israel. It is serious. Now, I did a lesson on this guy already, and they call him Little Nas X, right? I did a video on this already, right? And now he's back again because they realize they can use this guy. He is a homosexual. I'm not going to call him no gay, because he's a homosexual. In the Caribbean, we call them Batman, right? Or we call them, right, abominable waste, right? Because that's what they are. Because I am not going to hold my mouth. Because why? It is in scriptures, and the scriptures will tell us. Now, because we are a people that are so oppressed that they are trying to keep us down, because they know when the Most High returns, he's going to choose a certain amount of our people, and they are going to be the ones to judge all these fallen angels, just like Enoch did. Not in the sense Enoch only gave them the message that the Most High gave him to tell them what was going to befall them, right? And so it shall be in the beginning, so it shall be in the end, right? And we are going to be the one to rule the world to come. Whether you want to believe that or not, that's really up to you. But I can tell you this: it's best to get yourself in order, get your house in order, because if you don't, and then you realize what I was saying all along was truth, then your cry will be too late. So it's best to get your house in order now. So even if what I'm saying is not truth, then you didn't really lose anything, right? No. But if you did not take heed and then what I said was true, then you will be paying the same price as what the enemy of God is going to pay, right? Now, Israel, you see this integration thing where they keep telling us about we're, as black people, we need to integrate, or Negro people need to integrate. That's a wicked thing, because all integration did for us is to kill us, to let us do ungodly things, because the Father tells us, do not follow the ways of the heathens, right? But because they didn't listen, this is why so many wicked things are happening to us as a people. But only for a while, only for a while, right? So Israel, I'm going to get into it, right? I'm going to get into it. So let's do it, Israel. Actually, before I get into this, I'm going to go straight to this one right here, right? And we're going to speak on integration and what it did for people. Because when we integrated, it didn't help us, right? So I'm going to let Mr. Muhammad Ali speak on this.
Fly together. The buzzers, everything hangs out with its own. White people, culture's different from black people. Puerto Ricans and Indonesians cannot integrate. Egyptians and Germans cannot integrate. Australians and Mexicans cannot integrate. They have different foods, they have different music, different cultures. See, you white and I'm black. If white people have a party tonight and black people have a party, the party will be 100% different. The music, I go to a white restaurant, we integrate today, right? You go to a white restaurant, you got to look all day on the jukebox to find some music.
No. At our party, we'll have Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder.
Let me tell you now, if I go play a jukebox in a white restaurant, anybody black Italian here, you got to look all over that box for some black music. Hank Snow, Johnny Cash,
Josh White.
All kind of names I ain't never heard of. You know, when that train comes around that mountain, when that train comes, and that trump's flying around there. So what I'm saying is, ain't nothing wrong with that music, but that fits the white culture. You go in our joints, oh baby, don't leave. Oh, I cried all night. Who's that running out of my back door, honey? Oh, but see, those are our problems. Then I go to Chinese restaurant, pling, ting, tang, tong, tong, ting. So we can't integrate.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna never have no peace. The culture, the nature's different. I don't hate you. We can eat in your restaurant. We want to marry your women. We got your women now. It ain't nothing we can't do today. But these things the dog got. I see dogs on television eating out of the same plate with white people. I see dogs in the buses, and they do everything with the dogs. So I ain't getting nothing the dog ain't got. So really, ain't nothing in this integration. I need some land. I need some jobs. My people need jobs. We need something so we can build and do for ourselves, and we must have some land. 40 million people. You know, it's a lot of Negroes just in New York and Cleveland, Baltimore, Washington, California. It's a lot of black. Ooh, that's a whole nation. 40 million, man. They don't tell you the truth about that. They want us to stop having babies. They
I
give
thought
them
it was
birth
20
control.
million.
They're paying black women
It's
not
40
to have
million,
babies
not
now.
20 million?
Yeah, they're paying black women not to have babies now. They got all kind of plans to stop our race.
Well, everyone.
So when we know all of
everyone's
this,
getting into birth
so
control,
now
not just
a
blacks.
man with my knowledge, what can you tell a man like me now? What's your suggestion? That's your question. Okay, you talking to me, not a dumb Negro or pork chop eater, don't know the truth. I'm free now. I woke up. Now, what are you going to tell me now? I done gave you my solution, some land of my own, doing something for myself like you, England, and America do. Now, I know you're not against the black man. I know you're not against me having my land, are you? I know you English done ruled and slaved forever for a long time. But do you still today don't want me to have my own country and build for myself and govern myself? Would you think that's bad if we thought like that? What's your solution to my problem? 1974, you all just, some white man just flew from New York to England in an hour, less than 2 hours. You all are so progressive. You're walking around on other planets. Now, today, I'm intelligent too now. What's your suggestion? What should be my movement? Integrate?
Yeah, equal rights in a mixed society.
In this society.
There you go, Israel. Equal rights and a mixed society. No, that does not exist. It never did and it never will, right? Because there's no such thing as equal in this world as an Israelite, right? There's no such thing as equal when you're dealing with tyranny. There is no such thing as equal when you are dealing with Edom. There is no such thing when you are dealing with the children of the fallen one. No, we are going to continue this and we are going to break down all these wickedness that they have put on our people, right? So let's get into it again, Israel, because only Christ and the Most High will truly set us free. So let's hear what Malcolm had to say about that, right?
Who taught you to hate the color of your skin? Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Most of us, blacks, or Negroes as he called us, really thought we were free without being aware that in our subconscious, all those chains we thought had been struck off were still there. And there were many ways where what really motivated us was our desire to be loved by the white man.
And that's so true, Israel, right? Our desire to integrate, to be accepted, not just by, white Caucasian people as what they call themselves, but all people, because we felt like we needed to be equal. So let's see what equal will get us.
Malcolm meant to lance that sense of inferiority. He knew it would be painful. He knew that people could kill you because of it, but he dared to take that risk.
He was saying something over and above that of any other leader of that day. While the other leaders were begging for entry into the house of their oppressor, he was telling you to build your own house.
He expelled fear for African Americans. He says, I will speak out loud what we've been thinking. And he said, you'll see, people will hear it, and they will not do anything to us necessarily, okay? But I will now speak it for the masses of people. When he said it in a very strong fashion, in this very manly fashion, in this fashion that says, I am not afraid to say what you've been thinking all these years, that's why we loved him. He said it out loud, not behind closed doors. He took on America for us.
And I, for one, as a Muslim, believe that the white man is intelligent enough. If he were made to realize how black people really feel and how fed up we are without that old compromise and sweet talk, why, you're the one that make it hard for yourself. The white man believes you when you go to him with that old sweet talk, because you've been sweet talking him ever since he brought you here. Stop sweet talking him. Tell him how you feel. Tell him what kind of hell you've been catching, and let him know that if he's not ready to clean his house up, if he's not ready to clean his house up, he shouldn't have a house. It should catch on fire and burn down.
Exactly so, right? If he does not clean his house up, it will catch on fire, right? And this is what will happen because the Most High will set his house on fire. I won't do it personally, or we other people won't be doing it because, he has that power now. We can't overthrow him. No, he's too strong for us in terms of being carnal. But spiritually, we are far more greater. That's where our true greatness lies. Not to be in a carnal mind state, but in a spiritual mind state. And the only way we can truly get out of these things is to come back to the Most High laws and statutes. And it's simple. Start with the 10 Commandments, right? And if you do so, it shall be well with you. And then slowly but surely get into the word. Start reading the scriptures. The scriptures is your guideline. It is the law, the Torah. You cannot go wrong with it. No, let's continue, Israel, right? We're just scraping the surface. We don't even touch nothing yet, right? So now we are talking about demasculating the man, right? So because we're demasculating, as they are trying to demasculate the man, it's something that they have been doing for a very long time. It's nothing new underneath the sun. So let's actually get into somebody that actually did this. And I remember this when I was very young, and I didn't realize it then because I was looking at it as entertainment and as fun, but only to see in this time now when my eyes are fully open that that was an agenda against our people. Let's go into it, Israel.
I remember when I did Murder Oracle for the first time.
Well, hello there.
And I just remember, again, I get a lot of my enthusiasm from other people's satisfaction. Everybody on set that week was just amazed. I did run into an issue. Joe Marie and Reggie at that time were very sensitive to putting black men in dresses. And they heaped that on me. And they let me know that I was not doing our race a service by putting on that yellow dress. But everybody has a default. Do you crumble? Do you wilt under pressure? Do you rise? Do you surprise yourself? My default tends to be to take it up a notch. I mean, that evening I felt like a girl.
There you go, Israel. That evening he felt like a girl because he had to play that part. And I mean, come on. These guys get into what they call characters, and what it does, they get into a spirit because you have to take on a spirit of a woman to play that role. Just as though you have to, play the role of uh, a murderer or the role of a police or a role of a soldier. You have to take on that spirit of that, entity, if you want to use that word, right? Or that type of being, right? So it's only natural for if a man to try to, obviously pretend to be a woman, naturally he's going to, spiritually enhance himself to be effeminate. And this is what they do, Israel. Even at a young age, they are trying to send that message subliminally to tell our people it's okay to be gay, because they're trying to get rid of that 144 that the Most High was talking about. And the devil knows this, so he uses these people to try to get at us. Let's continue.
I felt like a girl playing Murder Alert, but I cried like a baby at the end of that taping. I just broke, and I just cried. And this is what's awesome, where you have a great father, you have a good family. And my dad just rose up like a lion and was like, I've watched my son deal with this all week to pull out this performance, and he will never play this character again. You got it once, it's done. But he shouldn't have to carry the burden of some adults making a child feel bad for playing a girl just in fun.
Right? So this is what they do, right? A child playing, as a girl, right? Now, these are the things that they do. So I'm going to show you something here now, Israel, right? Now, somebody sent me something. My virgin sent me something like, this was in the week, right? And he said to me, yo, look what I found in my timeline, right? And he sent it to me. And I know that that wasn't just him sending that to me. That was the Most High using him to show me what I was supposed to be doing. And this, when he sent me this, I was like, rah, see that I did a lesson on this guy before and he's back again. But I didn't pay much attention to it because I'm saying, yeah, you know, I mean, the wicked is going to constantly be wicked. So I wasn't really paying any attention to it. Then I came upon, you know, this guy at the BET Awards. I don't call it the BET Awards, right? I call it the, shall I use those words? Let's use it. I call it the, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to call it the Batty Entertainment Television. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to, right? That's what it's about, right? It's morely about homosexuality than anything else. Now, this is BET. BET should have been, as way they call it, a black entertainment television, but that's not the case, right? Why it's not the case? Because it has been taken over by the guy that originally owned it, which was officially a black brother. You know what I mean? He sold that company and now that's owned by, if I'm thinking, by Jewish people, which probably is owned by Viacom and other shareholder companies. It goes on and on and on, right? That's another lesson in itself, right? And these same Jewish people I'm telling you about, Israel, you know what I mean? These people, Amalek, these people are like, is another, them, I mean, ah, man, I don't even know what to say about them people, man, right? Because them people, right now, they are the synagogue of Satan. Because if you are going to push a narrative on a certain people, right, this is how they operate. This is what happened when we exit Egypt all the way back then. When the first attack our people came under was from Amalek. And what they did, they attacked the weak, the old women, kids, and female. And this is no different. No, same scenario. Now look at this guy, right? His name is Little Nas X, right? Look at what they put here. Hot boy summer. Now look at the guy. Clearly, this guy is under a demonical spirit because he was confused as a child and he got turned out somewhere along the line. And then they're just using this guy. Fair enough. If he wants to be this way, that's his choice. But if you're now pushing this in the people's face, now that's where I have a problem. And this is what their agenda is, to push homosexuality on our people. Like homosexuality is going to change our position in life. I don't understand it. No other race is doing this. I don't see what you have gay white people or homosexual white people, and you don't see them doing these things, right? Not like this, right? I don't see Asian people doing these things. I don't see Indian people doing these things. I don't see no other race of people doing these things apart from our people. Now look at this guy. Let me blow it up some more, right? This is what we're dealing with. And look at what he's dressed in. Clearly, he's out, he's clearly out his mind, right? And I'm going to go to something else which is far more even disturbing, but I have to show it, Israel, to show you that we are under attack. And this is what the devil is doing. Now let's get into it, right? Let's get into it. No, Israel, look at this. This is the BET Awards, right? I'm only gonna play a little quick second. I didn't even want to play it because I know they're gonna slap me with a copyright. But hey, I don't really care. The truth must come out. Look at what they're using here. They're using Egyptian, what you call it now, statues, which, those are pagan. Those are, you know, the devil, you know, partners. This is what they try to associate us with, and this is what he's dressed up into, Egyptian type theme, whatever he's trying to work up with that. All right, not knowing that they're trying to tie us to this Egyptian type thing, which was never us. We were never Egyptians. We were always Israelite. At the time, we weren't known as Israelites. Still, when we were in Egypt, is when we came out that we got that name, right? But this is the agenda that they're pushing. You can see the demonical, the witchcraft. This is witchcraft at its the highest. And I've done a lesson on that already, you know, where this is concerned. And this is a next witchcraft, which is they're using these media, you know, and media or medium is it tells you that that's witchcraft. You go in the scriptures, it tells you, right? So no funny that the word medium and they have media, it's the play of words or the root word of, right? And these are the things that they are doing in media, which is casting spells. Now I'm going to go to it, Israel, quickly just to show you what I'm talking about, right? Right? I'm going to show you, right? So let me just quickly. All right, here we are. Now look at this now, Israel, right? Look at this. This dude and this dude right here, looking into his eyes like they are. Basically, what they did here is it's beyond me. They kissed on national TV, right? See there? They kissed on national TV. I'm going to show you. I might not want even to play this video because I really wanted to. It might not going to make me show you, right? Let me see if I can get it. It's not going to show me, but all right. But there it is, right here. Here it is, Israel. Right? He was going right in to kiss this dude, right? This is what we are up against in this time. So I'm going to show a little piece. This is where we're at now, right? I'm sorry, but I got to show you. Look at this dude right here, right? Both of them are in a demonical mind state because this is the witchcraft they're doing. Look at his hands right here. If you look at what is there, he got the ankh and all these other things. These are all demons, right? Egyptians were devil worshippers. They weren't you know, righteous people. They were devil worshippers. So let's look now, Israel. Look, see, this is what they are doing in these times, right? Look at this, right? This is what I'm talking about, Israel, right? And it will never stop because they are trying to push a certain agenda, right? And I wanted to see if I could get that clip. Look at this too, Israel. These two women right here as well, Israel, right? In the front row, as you know, you don't have to ask who they are, but you can look at her, look how she's dressed over here. You know she is a lesbian. Look at this, right? And look at this other one right across from her. So you can know who's the man and who's the woman, right? These are the dirty lifestyles that we're living in. That's why I'm telling you, that country, this country, I'm telling you, man, telling you, it's gonna happen like Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm telling you. Right? I'm gonna try to see if I can, you know, here it comes now, Israel. Here it comes. Right? Look at this thing here now, Israel, right? How is this entertainment? Right? Look at this nastiness right here, right? Look at what these men here are doing, right? All effeminate, right? All right. Here it is, Israel. I don't even have to play it. Just look at this right here. Look, I didn't even want to play. Look at what is going on right here. These men are kissing on national TV. Not only national TV, but worldwide, because these things are shown worldwide. So they're showing the rest of the world that this is okay. This is what they're pushing, right? This agenda called demasculating the Israelite men. And not only that, but separating our women away from us. This are listen, if you watch this show, it's bare nastiness going on this show anymore. I saw this other one, which is called Megan Thee Stallion, and did a video on she as well, and also Cardi B. Those are puppets. They use these people to assert a certain agenda so when they can bring it across, they're under a spell. They are witchcraft because all they think about is gaining this fame and power and money, and they got none of that. Really, all they're really going is to hell. And this is what they're pushing. Look at what is going on in Israel. This is kissing. They're kissing on national TV. I don't even want to bother play it because this is what they're showing. Look at this, right? And this is what the Most High is talking about, right? So let's get into the scriptures, Israel. But before I do so, right? Matter of fact, let me get into the scriptures because I want to get to a particular scripture, right? Where it talks about being effeminate, right? So let me get that scripture. Let me get that scripture, right? I'm going to find it, right? There it is, right? So let this be the first scripture I'm going to bring out, Israel. Now, let's read. Now, heed not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Elohim. Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. I wonder if you heard that, what the Bible just said, what the Most High just said. Let me go again, Israel. I don't think you heard me correctly. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Elohim? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. So now let's look for that word effeminate. Let's see what it means now, right? Google, give me the meaning of effeminate.
According to Merriam-Webster, 1. Having feminine qualities untypical of a man, not manly in appearance or manner.
There you go. Having feminine qualities untypical of a man, not manly in appearance nor manner. Now, like this. Look at this, Israel. Not in appearance. Now, look at this appearance right here. This is not of a man. This is of a effeminate man, right? Well, I don't know if you can even call him a man anymore, right? Marked by an unbecoming what? Delicacy or over feminine. Mm, mm, mm. So I'm saying, Israel. So this is what I am talking about, right? And they do not realize that the Most High is telling them that you won't inherit the kingdom of Elohim with that type of behavior. Do not be deceived. Anybody is telling you this madness, they're going down with you. So let's actually now go to Romans, right? And let me just read all right, let's start from 23, man. Let's start from 23. And change the glory of uncorruptible Elohim into an image made like unto corrupted man, right? So he made the glory of an uncorruptible Elohim into what? An image made like unto corruptible man. right? And to these birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things, right? This is what they did. Wherefore Elohim also gave them up to uncleanness through their lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. Listen carefully, Israel. All right? This is not a joke thing, all right? Who changed the truth of Elohim into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Selah. Watch this now again, now, Israel, right? What's going on here? For this cause, Elohim gave them up unto vile afflictions, for even their women did change the natural use unto that which is against nature. See what I'm saying, Israel? Against nature. Let's continue. And likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman. Woo! Read that again. And likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one to another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was met. Now, Israel, this is deep because the Most High has been telling us this long before it happened, right? So let me just quickly jump down a bit, right? Let me just jump down a bit right here, and let me show you what will happen to such who do those things. And it reads, who known the judge of Elohim that they which commit such things are worthy of death. Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. So they do have pleasure in doing these wicked things that they're doing right now, Israel, right? And thinking that it's all good. Here it is. Here it is, Israel. Unclean. Yeah? Doing things which is unseemly to another man. Look at this. And this is on live television. I don't want to press play because you can watch it for yourself, right? Look at that, right? So let's jump to now Leviticus 20, chapter 20, verse 13, right? And it reads, if a man also lieth with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Did you hear that, Israel? If a man also lieth with mankind as he lieth with a woman, they have committed abomination. And surely they shall be put to death. This is not me saying so, not me going to put anybody to death, but the Most High will hold them accountable. These are the laws of the Leviticus laws. These laws don't change. Some of them might are not in effect in terms of dealing with the sacrifices of burning using the lamb sacrifice to cleanse sins, atonements, and stuff like that. But some of these things right here are still in effect. And I'm going to go down here. Look, it's not just the men. And a woman approached unto, where is it? Did I see it? Yeah, the light on. Right, here it is. And a woman approach unto any beast and lie down thereto, thou shalt be killed the woman. Thou shalt kill the woman. You hear that? And the beast, they shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. So it's even showing you that these people even will sleep with or try to have sex with animals. You're gonna die. You basically are going to die. And the second death is what you're gonna die from, right? So let's go to Genesis now, right? And this is really going out to now these countries that are promoting these things on their I mean, it's the only country in the world that has same-sex marriage, you know, in every state. Now, if that is we're not in the last days, I don't know what is. I mean, we're seeing so much stuff that it's beyond me. Now, let's go into it now, Israel. I'm going to read about Lot, right? And what happened when the angels came to visit Lot, right? And it reads, but before they lay down, the men of the city, even, all right, sorry, let me go up. Sorry, let me just go one up right here, right? So I'm not going to go through all of the verse, the chapter. So I'm just going to read from these areas. So they came through when they visited Lot, right? And this took place when they were in Lot's house, right? And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him and entered into his house. And he made them a feast that did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat, right? But, but before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. So you see, it's not just two or three men in almost the whole city, say two men roll in and say, yo, to them two brother there, we need to link them up, right? Now watch this. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came into thee this night? And bring them out unto us, that we may know them. Now, know them is not to say, boy, we'll have a conversation. I say, yo, my name is John, you're Peter. How are you? I live in Ryman's Road. Where do you live? Oh, you want to be my friend? No. They want to know them like how they would know a woman. That's type of knowing, right? And that was going to happen. Anyways, let's continue. And Lot went out at the door unto them and shut the door after them. All right? Hear the wicked now. And said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have two daughters. All right? The man have two daughters, and Lot is even giving his own daughter. Who would give up their daughter like that? But nevertheless, the man was so righteous that he was saying, you know what? I have two daughters which have not known any man. So clearly his daughters were virgins. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore I came, they under the shadow of my roof. So he's telling them, listen, I'll give you my daughters, but yo, you have to allow the virgin them. You can't do it because them come visit me. Can't allow that. But watch this now, Israel. And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will need be a judge. Now, will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the men, even Lot, and came near to break the door down. So you see, they were using crafty counsel. They were saying that this one fellow came into sojourn and he will need to be judged. What kind of judge you want to judge him? I don't understand that. You want to see how him pants fit on him, or how him shirt kind of, I don't know. That's crazy. That shows you the spirit of demons that was in that place, and it's no different than this place right now. No, listen. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut to the door, right? And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness. So the angels blinded them, both small and great, so that they worried themselves to find the door. So even when they break in, the angels goes a whoop and just blind them, so they couldn't even see what they were doing, right? And they knew that these men weren't no regular men. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou heard any beside the son-in-law, and thy son, and thy daughter, and thy whosoever thou hast in the city? Bring them out of this place. Why is this is what the angel is telling them, So if you have anybody, your daughters, your son-in-law, or anything like that, get them out of this place. Why? For we shall destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Most High. And the Most High had sent us to destroy it. Right? So Israel, you're seeing that this thing has been going on from long time. Now it's a little bit changed up in a sense where they're now trying to use our people to portray everything which is vile on this earth, to portray us as the worst set of people. And they're laughing behind closed doors. But woe unto them. Woe unto them. Now listen, this is what's going to happen. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as woman is, as a womankind. It is an abomination, right? So this is Leviticus 18:22. You can read the whole passage for yourself, right? Thou shalt not lie with mankind as woman, as with a womankind, right? It is an abomination. So if you do so, you will basically die, right? And I'm going to go to now First Timothy chapter 1, verse 10. And it reads, for whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, for man stealers. Can you believe somebody calling you a man stealer? That's crazy. A man that is a man stealer. I mean, serious? Check it out again. For whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, for man stealers, for liars, for perjured person. Perjured means, basically a liar. So it's the same thing for liars, or for perjured person means, a person who speaks untruth. And if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine, right? So these things are not sound doctrine. If you are going to defile yourself with mankind or be a man stealer, it's not going to look good. You're going to look like this guy right here. Let me take it up one more notch because we're not seeing him properly. Look at him. Look at this guy, hot boy summer. Hot boy summer, man. This is what we have gone to, right? And if you check out that award show, it's a satanic watch award show. It was, I don't watch the whole of it. I just quickly just saw this quick video, and I check out about two more videos just to see if I could actually, use it in the lesson. But I said, you know what, let me just stick to this guy right here alone. I don't even want to play it because I know that they're going to come with copyright infringement. I played a little piece earlier, but fair use, only for edification purposes, nothing else, right? So, Israel, this is what they want us to portray, to demasculate men of God, right? To have them doing these sort of wickedness in public. Now, this is an attack. This is not no joke thing. This is an attack on our people, and even the women too are doing the same thing, right? The women are doing the same thing. This was basically, to me, a show to showcase homosexuality. That's what it was about. And any other of these artists that I see there, they're part of it. And I saw a lot of artists there, and they're part of this agenda. And they're telling me now, because if I was there and I see this madness, I'm leaving. I am leaving, right? Nowhere you're going to catch me there in that type of entertainment. I don't need that type of entertainment, right? I'd rather go read my scriptures, right? And this is what they have planned, Israel. But as what Malcolm said, if you don't get that house in order, it will burn, and the Most High will do so. I can guarantee you that. Just as in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, nothing is new underneath the sun. Look at this, Israel, right? This is what these guys are doing, right? So I'm going to tell you that we need to get right with the Most High. We need to get our house in order, because if we don't, thou shalt not lie with mankind, right? And if you do these things, it won't end very well for you, right? And these are the things that they're continuously doing repeatedly to show our people. But nevertheless, our Father is seeing everything. He's making an account. The angels are making an account. And all these things are being recorded. So all who think that they're having a nice time, keep having a nice time, right? Because the Most High sees everything, right? And Christ will come back with a sword, not with singing a lullaby or singing hymns, but with a sword. You best believe that, right? And I'm going to go to one more scriptures, actually, just for my people. So you can know that in this time, it's best to keep yourself away from all unrighteous behaviors, right? All unrighteous behaviors, right? And if you do these things, the Most High will bless you, right? The Most High will bless you. So don't be afraid to be the children of Zion, right? And not of this world. Because things of this world is soon come to an end, right? And I'm telling you, if we don't try our best to turn away from these type of madness that I see these people are doing, it will not end very well for a lot of us, right? So you know what you need to do. You need to get yourself, you know, submerged into, water, and you need to basically get yourself right with the Most High, right? Because this is what will happen. Because most men do not like the light, they like darkness, because the darkness will shed light on what is in dark, and they don't want to come to the light, right, Israel? And I just really want to quickly point out this right here, right? So let me quickly get it. It should be here, all right? And I've seen a lot of things continuously manifest, and we just simply turn a blind eye to it, right? And by doing so, we also enable ourselves to be caught up into this continuous foolishness, right? This continuous foolishness. So let me actually go to, I think I was in the wrong place. So let me go to First John, right? So let me quickly get this one, right? Because it was resting on my heart. So let me quickly get this one right here, right? First John chapter 1 and 3, right? So let me see if I got it right. All right. Let me quickly just double check this, Israel. Bear with me a minute, right? Because, when we're doing the Most High's will, we have to make sure that everything is, under the right step. And this is what we're doing, Israel. We're trying to show you that the Most High really and truly loves you, right? And He's only trying to let us know what is good for us. So let me read this right here, Israel. And it reads, He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. Did you see that, Israel? Let's read it again. He saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. Now this is First John, right, chapter 2, verse 4, right? So this is what the Most High is telling us. If you do not keep the commandments, and you say you know the Most High, you are a liar, right? And you have to keep these commandments, because the Most High is telling us that this will be the thing that helps us to be on the right path, right? So let's read verse 8, right? And again, a new commandment I write unto you, which thing is true in him and in you, because the darkness is past and the truth light now shineth. You see that? The darkness has passed, but now the light shineth, right? So if we know that the light shineth Israel, we must know that we have to turn from all wicked ways, right? And be as children of the Most High, right? So it states right here, Israel, he that saith that I know him and keepeth not his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him, right? So with that, Israel, I will say all praises unto the Most High.